everyone, with T-shirt Amber here, and happy October. It's October. I'm really excited. It's officially, like, we're in the swing of fall. Yesterday I was wearing a big jacket. It was the best. I'm so happy. Anyway, it's time for monthly favorites. Before I go on a whole tangent about fall, it's time to share some things that I was loving throughout September. I was about to say I don't have any beauty favorites, but that's wrong. I have one beauty favorite, and I've had it for a while. I just haven't mentioned it, and it's this lipstick, this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this is the shade Transylvania. It's a really pretty dark purple, berry purple, perfect for this time of year. I love the formula of the soft matte lip creams, but they also smell like cake batter. They feel really nice on the lips. I love NYX. NYX is like my favorite brand. I have two clothing favorites. The first one, I have no idea what it is, so I'll insert a picture here, and it's my 1990 t-shirt from Boohoo. I was born in 1990, so of course I'm gonna rock anything that has anything to do with the 90s. I love the 90s style, music, accessories, the 90s TV. Everything was better, and not everything, because there are some clothing choices that my mother made for me that are a little questionable. Also, it's just really soft. It looks great with everything. Dress it up, dress it down. I've been rocking it with pants pulled up very high-waisted. I call it my 90s soccer mom look. That's my new aesthetic, apparently. I got it specifically for my birthday, which was in September, by the way. That's also should be a favorite. Me, my birthday. Hello. Hi. My next clothing favorite is what I'm wearing right now. Yes, I'm sure when you started this video, you were like, what is that? Is that a Little Mermaid onesie? Yeah, it is. I got this from Walmart. I was not intending to get a onesie. I was going to exchange a DVD, and on my way to the electronics, I spotted the onesies, and I'm like, is that Ariel? First of all, I got it like 3 sizes too big, so it'd be really slouchy, because, you know, tall. But it's so comfortable, it's so soft and warm and cozy. And here's the best bit. Just get over my bun. It's her hair. And this is a full circle moment for me, because when I was very, very little, I was really into Little Mermaid. Like, really into the Little Mermaid, in love with Prince Eric. I still am. But I had this pink onesie, and I used to sit and watch Little Mermaid in it, and then afterwards I'd pretend I was Ariel, and in my like 2-year-old mind, I thought that because I was in a onesie, it was like the equivalent of like my legs being stuck together and being her tail. So I used to like flop around on my bed pretending I was a mermaid in a onesie, and now I have an Ariel onesie. Fun story time with Amber. Moving on into everything else. The first thing in my random section is this pumpkin hayride candle from Bath & Body Works. I've had this candle for like 2 years, and I'm just now burning it. If you recall, if you've watched my videos for a while, mommy, this was in I think my birthday haul from like 2 years ago, and I got it because it was different than the other ones. Like, I'm really into the pumpkin like dessert range from Bath & Body Works, but this one smells like the outdoors. It smells like hay and grass and leaves, and it just reminded me of where I grew up during the fall. So I finally started burning it. It smells amazing, as you can see. It wouldn't be this far down. The other completely random thing is not a thing at all. It's a person. God, I have really been enjoying the existence of Grant Gustin this month. Like, just Grant in general. Sebastian Smythe. I rewatched all the episodes. Stop! All the episodes of Glee he was in. I loved Sebastian. I was here for Sebastian. I remember, because when I watched it, I Snapchatted it, when the first thing I ever said when I knew I was in love with Grant, when Kurt's like, I don't like you, I don't like your smirky little meerkat face, and I immediately went, I like your smirky little meerkat face. So I've loved that smirky little meerkat face ever since 2011. So Sebastian, Barry Allen. I've been rewatching The Flash, season 1 of The Flash, because season 2 is not on Netflix yet, but season 3 starts this week. And just Grant in general, he's could you be any louder? He's just a lovely human being. He's a beautiful human being. His smile is one of my favorites. It's on my list of favorite boy smiles ever. That's a weird thing that I just said. I don't know, I just like him a lot. Also, he can sing and dance. Why am I not married to him yet is my question. Next are some YouTube favorites. The first two are actually, I've been watching them for a few months now, and I just realized I haven't mentioned them yet. The first is Jackie Aina. Obviously, there is a beauty YouTuber, and she is gorgeous and really funny. And I just love her videos, and I love her style. I live for the video of her calling out Marc Jacobs. I'll link it down there. I'll link her channel down there. She does a lot of videos with like black-owned beauty brands, and I'm very much here for that. Then the next YouTuber, the next channel is xoxo. I think I'm saying her name right. xoxo Beauty. She is from the UK. She's also a beauty YouTuber. She has a beauty channel. Also gorgeous, obviously. Yeah, I just like her videos are sort of calming to me. I think it's her voice. I just love the look she does. And the third beauty YouTuber is Jamie Genevieve. Now, I've been watching Sam, formerly Battle Ash Beauty, I'm not even going to try to pronounce her last name, for a long time. And they're like best friends, so I finally started watching Jamie's channel. She's Scottish, so sometimes I'm like, what is she saying? But I live for her videos and the look she does. And the last YouTube favorite is a cover. It is Superfruit, Scott and Mitch of Pentatonics, their channel Superfruit, featuring Mary Lambert, Brian, I don't remember his last name, but he was on America's Got Talent, and the guy who played Barb, I'm sorry, I don't remember his name either, but I'll link all the information down there. He played Barb in their Stranger Things parody. He covered Rise by Katy Perry, and it's honestly the most beautiful thing that I've ever experienced in the entirety of my life. And you might question the authenticity of that statement, because I'm probably going to say that again in a few minutes because I just remembered. Anyway, honestly, I'll stand by that statement. There were chills head to toe and tears, and I can't stop watching it. All of their voices are powerful and magical, and I'm like, oh my god, Katy Perry is shook. Moving on, TV and movie favorites. The first two are shows that if you've been around, you know I love very, very much. And for my birthday, I bought them for myself for my birthday. I treated myself. Treat yourself. They were also half off at FYE. It was closing. The one big one in the city was closing, and everything was on sale. For myself, I treated myself with season 5 part 1 of Teen Wolf and season 5 of Once Upon a Time. And speaking of Once Upon a Time, I'm gonna add season 6 because that started last week, and the new episode just went off. The second episode just went off, and the Evil Queen is back, and I'm here for it because Regina is like the ultimate villain of this show. And yeah, I don't have to say much. Once Upon a Time is my favorite show. Season 5 part 1 of Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf is crazy. I need to pre-order season 5 part 2 off of Amazon because I had already seen this, but I haven't seen part 2. I need to know what's happening. I need to know what's going on with Theo because I'm going to fight him in the street. Cody, Christian, see me in the street. The season 6 will be starting soon, I think, right? And that'll be the last season, which is, it's bittersweet. It's really sad to me because I love the show, but like, I think it's time. I think it's time to like end it right, and that the actors go on to bigger, better things. I'm gonna get into that in a second. I have another show, which was another complete season of a show, which was gifted to me for my birthday, and I'm really excited because I'm finally catching up. I'm still like 6 seasons behind, but it's okay. That's season 2 of Game of Thrones. I don't have to talk much. Who doesn't love Game of Thrones? If not, well, yeah. But this show is insane. But I can't stop watching it. I need to understand everything that's happening. I'm never going to understand anything that's happening, am I? I'm excited to get season 3 and 4 because that's what got me really into the show, because I started watching clips of season 3 to see because Thomas Brody Sangster is in season 3 and 4 as Jojen, and I love him. Daenerys Targaryen, girl, yes, queen, yes. I think if I were a character in Game of Thrones, I'd be Dany. Another show, I finally watched it. I finally caved and I watched season 1 of Supergirl. It's a thing I never thought I was gonna do. I don't know, when Supergirl first came on, I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this show. I can't do this. It seems really cheesy. I'm not doing it. I like Melissa, but not Marnie from Glee. That's my girl. And I love, oh my god, I can't remember his name. Why can't I remember his name? Oh my god. What's his face? Who plays Win? Why can't I remember his name? I'm drawing a blank. I love him. Jeremy Jordan. That's his name. Whew. I've loved him since Smash? I think not Racial Voice, that's Hilary Duff. Joyful Noise. Did that come out before Smash? Whatever. I've loved him for a very long time. Anyway, I was like, I can't do it. Like, I love superhero shows, obviously. I just babbled about The Flash. Smallville was my life for a very, very long time. I was convinced I was going to be married to Tom Welling. We don't need to talk about that. Lois and Clark, when I was a kid, I was here for it. So, when you think about it, I've been very invested in the Superman franchise for a very long time, even though Batman's my favorite superhero. So I just wasn't here for it. It just seemed really cheesy. But I wanted to watch the Flash crossover. Why am I like this? So I did, and I sort of got hooked and drawn in. The Flash crossover was amazing. I think it was the best episode in the season. I might just be biased, like I mentioned and babbled about. I love Grant. I think he's just a really great actor. He's hilarious. He's adorable. Anyway, I'm not talking about him right now. I'm talking about Supergirl. But yeah, it was really good. And I also really wanted to watch it because I know I'm going to want to watch the new season because Tyler Hoechlin is coming to play Clark/Superman. How many guys do I have a crush on that I've mentioned so far? I think I've mentioned like 5 different guys in this video. I'm about to mention a 6th, but anyway. So Supergirl, it is cheesy, but like every Superman thing, I think Superman himself or the super people are just cheesy, but in like a cute way, I guess. But the show is really good. Callista Flockhart, her character is everything. When it's adorable. I love him. Another movie that I recently saw. Oh, my voice keeps cracking. And it was absolutely incredible. Incredible. My mom and I recently had passes to see a screening of Deepwater Horizon, which just came out, I think, yesterday in theaters. It was so good. If you don't know what it's about, it's basically about the oil rig that caught fire in Louisiana a couple years ago. Yeah, a few years ago. And starring Mark Wahlberg, Kate Hudson, a bunch of other people. I cried like a baby. I laughed. I almost had a full-on panic attack in the middle of the theater. It's just like you're on edge and just like into the movie from the very start. I cringed and jumped more than I have in any other horror movie. And then a lot of my emotions was a lot to do with I became very emotionally attached to Dylan O'Brien's character, Caleb, and just Dylan O'Brien. I think also because I am uncomfortable watching him get hurt in any sort of situation, especially after what just happened. Yeah, I know I don't know him. I do love Dylan a lot. And his performance was amazing. Gina Rodriguez deserves all the awards. If she's not nominated for anything, I'm going to riot. If Dylan is not nominated for anything, I'm going to riot. It's so good. The movie, everyone should really go see that movie. Like, I'm not doing it justice by talking about it, but I just loved it so much. Kurt Russell, everyone was so good. And just go see Deepwater Horizon. Deepwater Horizon deserves all the awards. I have 2 books to talk about, and I just talked about them in my Books of the Month video, so if you'd like to hear me talk in depth about the books, the link, I don't know which one I'm uploading first, just subscribe so you know when it goes up. I started a new Dashner series, and James Dashner, and I read The Eye of Mines, and this book was insane. It was insane. I'll say it again, I said it about 3 times in my Books of the Month video. What kind of artificial intelligence Haley Joel Osment mess is this? Why do you like this, Dashner? It was great. I hope they make this one into a movie. Because the whole time I was reading the book, I just pictured Dylan. I'm not going to go too in depth, like I said, because it's all over the place. Not like all over the place, but it's a lot to deal with and it's crazy. But definitely watch the video for, basically, it's like a sci-fi dystopian novel. It's really fast-paced. It's really, there are a lot of twists and turns, and then the plot twist at the end is like out of left field, and I need to finish reading the series. The next book is by another author that I love very, very much. I read this, I was going to say The Sky is Everywhere. I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson, author of The Sky is Everywhere, which is one of my favorite books, one of the best books I've ever read. This book revolves around Noah and Jude, who are twins, and it's basically them trying to find their way back to each other after a whole lot of drama. And yeah, it's about family and love and loss and all that jazz, and it's amazing. It's honestly maybe the best book. I know I just said The Sky is Everywhere is one of the best books. Perfect for John Green fans, especially since he said he might not publish another book again, which is a lot to deal with. Definitely read this book. Like I said, all of my thoughts on both of these books will be in my Books of the Month. I keep pointing down here because I keep saying I'm going to link it. I'm not sure which one's going to go up first, so make sure you're subscribed so you can keep track of my postings. And then I have some music favorites. The first one is a little premature considering that it was just, these are my September favorites, but the first one is, I wrote down PT Xmas, which is Pentatonic's first Christmas album, but honestly I've been listening to both PT Xmas and That's Christmas to Me. Just any Christmas song by Pentatonics. I've just been in a Christmas song mood. I don't know why. By the time December rolls around, I'm going to probably be over Christmas. That's how I operate. Like, I love Christmas, but I love Christmas until it's December, apparently. I've just really been in a Christmas mood. I will leave my Christmas playlist on Spotify down there. The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. If you don't know where that quote's from, I'm really disappointed. I could listen to their Christmas albums all year round, and I generally do. Mary Did You Know is, oh my god. Silent Night is like my favorite Christmas song of all time. And then their rendition brings tears to my eyes. The Little Drummer Boy is incredible also, and The First Noel. Okay, let me stop ranting. So speaking of Pentatonic, is a cover that they did 2 years ago. Mind you, it's the only video, Pentatonic's video, that I've never seen. Somehow I missed it. But it is their cover of Papa Ute. I'm not saying that properly because it's in French. But it is originally by Stromae, I believe. That is the artist. Like I said, it's in French, and they are dressed like dolls in the video, which is it's also featuring Lindsey Sterling on the strings. Also, Kevin's playing the cello, so it's really cool. But like I said, they're just like dolls, which is a little off-putting, a little creepy. There's something almost sinister about it, but it's fine. It's just really good. I love French. I love Pentatonics. I'm here for it. Next is a new, they're not new, but they're now really doing the music thing since they have time. It is, and this is odd for me because it's like a hip-hop group, I guess, rap group, I guess, Clipping, which is Daveed Diggs' group. Daveed is from Hamilton, if you don't know. He plays Jefferson and Lafayette. I'm done. No, I don't just like them because I love him, even though I do love him a lot. It's really good. I saw them perform on The Late Late Show. What's the song called? A Better Place, I believe. It's so good. And it's like experimental hip-hop. Rip rock. Are you okay? Rap. And it's very loud and sound, like electronic sound-y, like almost like industrial. I'm sure there's terminology for this that I'm not using, but then we have speed rapper. Like, he's so talented. Like, seriously, who was he on? Jimmy Kimmel, and he has it like takes away from his cred now that he is a Tony. Dude is mad talented. But yeah, I'm obsessed with Clipping. I will leave a link to their Spotify page down there. Like I said, Better Place is like one of my favorites. I've been listening to that non-stop. I'm never gonna learn it because I can't rap that fast. Next is a pretty new song. The Japanese House she released a new EP, but I've only heard the single off of the new EP on Spotify, Face Like Thunder, which is so good. Baby's got a face like thunder. It's so good. It's so like 80s pop, but in Japanese house fashion. If you're not familiar with the Japanese house, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But like with everything else, I'll leave it down there. It's so good. She's so good. I need to get tickets to see her in November. And last but not least is a BBC Live Lounge performance, like the closing of the season. The 1975 closed the season with a performance with the BBC Philharmonic. Guys, honestly, one of the best, most beautiful things that has ever happened to me. I go on and on about the 1975 as is, but then when you incorporate a full orchestra, chills and tears, and the genius and talent that goes behind making like two different styles of music work beautifully together. Let's just say my wedding has been soundtracked. Please Be Naked with an orchestra. If I Believe You with an orchestra. Lost my head. I lost my head. But here's where I think we could have made some adjustments. Like, I maybe would have traded Chocolate for this. Could you imagine Robbers with a full orchestra backing it? I don't know how we're gonna make that happen at Jamie Oborn, but let's get on that at Truman_Black, because that would be the most heartbreakingly beautiful thing ever. Or Medicine. Oh my god. Anyway, those are my favorites of the month of September. Let me know some things you were loving, that you loved in September, and some things you are looking forward to in October. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like me, feel free to subscribe. All of my places are down there, as well as all the links to everything that I just mentioned. So follow me and we can be buds, and I will see you soon.